Hello, everybody out there, and it's awesome and wonderful to be on Zimlink. Thank you so much for giving us this wonderful platform. I am Princess Deun adedoyin-solarin. Princess is not a nickname or a pet name. It is my title. I'm the granddaughter of His Royal Majesty, Oba William Christopher Adedoyin II, the Akarigbo of Remoland. And apart from being a princess, I'm a working princess, actually. So I don't go around the shops, just shopping till I drop. I love what I do. My background is really media. I studied journalism, and I've got a degree in communication arts and IT. And I've done that for over 36 years. I used to do the #1 talk show in Nigeria on Nigerian Television Authority. But coming back to live in the UK, I've been involved in a lot of charitable works apart from my media career. So I wear different caps. One cap that I do wear, which sits very well with me, which I'm very passionate about, is my role as trustee and chair of the board of the Girl Child Network Worldwide, a wonderful charity set up for the girl child by a lovely lady called Betty Marconi, who's also a princess from Manicaland in Zimbabwe. We have a lot of things in common because apart from the passion, we also have keen interest in whether the future of the girl child. And I come on board with what I call, lest we forget, lest our children never know. So we need to, again, bring back that culture of telling our stories to our children, to our younger ones, so that they get to know what the situations are and also get to put on their own thinking caps to find ways and means of correcting the anomalies and making sure that they make the world a better place for themselves and their coming generation. So my job really is as global spokesperson of the Girl Child Network. What we do is we try very hard in our own little capacity to ensure that girls who are in Zimbabwe, Uganda, Ghana, Sierra Leone, here in the UK, some in Canada, some in America, and also in Nigeria where I come from, those girls are able to access help just like that, at the drop of a hat. Because most times in Africa, we know that kids are to be seen and not heard. So really, I as a princess stand, I arise and speak out for them. So I'm their face, I'm their voice, I'm their feet, I'm their legs, I'm their heartbeat. And I'm just here to ensure that their voices are heard. I'm here to ensure that those challenges that they deal with every day, that most people in high-up government positions never get to know. Probably not because they don't want to, most likely because they don't know how to. And we all know that knowledge is power. So really my job is to feed them the knowledge that they need so they can make the right decisions to ensure that the lives of those girls are sealed and protected. And really to bring about a better quality of life for all. We only just look after girls, we look after women. There are a lot of women who, even though they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, sometimes even 60s, they're still like little girls who are vulnerable, who are innocent, and who are really traumatized by the kind of ill practices that they've been exposed to. And we also look after young boys as well. So we're not averse to looking after boys. We have a few boys that we take care of. Now, our Girl Child Network charity also has a main office in the UK, which is really like our global office, and that's where we do a lot of work. Thank God for technology. We're able to connect with our associates in all these other countries around the world. Every day we have a lot of inbox messages, emails, some of them phone us, some of them text us, letting us know a lot of things that they're going through. I, for one, am able to see and understand where they're coming from. Not because I've had experience of being a victim as a young girl, because thank God I had a father who was born way ahead of his time. And he also had a father, my grandfather, the king, who was a very wonderful king. He was trained to be a lawyer when he became king at age 31. So he had a little bit of things upstairs, and he ensured that he used the knowledge that he had and his role as king to ensure that our own kingdom, which is Rema Kingdom, was run well. So I picked up a few things from my dad, from my grandmother, who is the queen, and also my own mother, about how life should be. That we know that there will always be rich, there will always be the poor, but how about the in-between? How do we bridge that gap? You must have known how these people feel, where they've sat, the pains that they endure, the sufferings that they have to go through daily, for you to be able to really look keenly into their situation and say, I must do something about this. I like to call myself an agent of change because that is what fuels me. That is my adrenaline. Any day I know that I've been able to achieve a little thing. It's not about the big things, just those little things that will make a difference in the life of somebody else. That puts a smile on my face, and I believe it will do the same for you too. We raise money by doing little fundraisers. We're not asking for huge amounts of money, though it will be nice if it comes through. But we've bridged that gap between the donors and the actual recipients of what is donated. It could be in cash, it could be in kind. Something like £10 would look after a girl in Zimbabwe for a whole term. We'll take her through school, she'll buy her books, her pens, all those things that a child would need to go through education. Sometimes it's something as simple as sanitary pads that they don't have. The reason why we do this is because the girls we really work with are the girls that are in villages. People in cities, usually are able to at least access things. They can go to certain offices, knock doors, or, approach people. But when you're in a remote part of any country, it's a bit difficult for you. First of all, there's no money for you to get from point A to point B. Secondly, there's really no access to maybe electricity. So sending email messages might be a challenge, or really is a challenge, because at times there's no light, at times there's no technology around you. We don't have all these internet cafes. So we are that bridge, that links the haves and have-nots, if I can put it that way. We are working very hard with our empowerment villages in Zimbabwe, and I'm very happy to say that they're thriving. We've been able to train a lot of our volunteers and our staff and the house mothers who look after the girls. I'm also very particular about young girls who get raped and get infected with ailments like AIDS or other STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. These are innocent souls. What do they know? They don't know anything about anything. And therefore, if they're not looked after, or if they're not really saved quickly enough, they might die. A lot of them die. But happily, I'm very, very grateful to God and to people who donate to us and support us that majority of our girls are actually survivors. HIV, as we know, there's no cure, but it can be managed so that they can actually have some sort of life. They can go to school, and those who are not academically inclined, they can learn a trade and do something with their lives. And in turn, they can look back and say, okay, this is what I gained from being a part of Girl Child Network. Let me also give back. One example is a lovely girl that we have in Uganda, Melody, who is one of our graduates, as we call them. She passed through the Girl Child Network, and she is in charge of the Girl Child Network in Uganda. She's doing a great work. We've got some of them who have become engineers, doctors, lawyers. So we have a lot of success stories. We don't believe that it takes a whole bunch of money, but every little counts, and those little trickles of water make a mighty ocean. So please support us, and we're always open. Our website is so transparent. Everything we do goes on the website, including our accounts, so you know how we spend the little money that you give us or the big money that you give us. We're open to 50p, £1, £2, or even more, just to ensure that this work goes ahead. And we're always open for volunteers. So if you're anywhere in the world and what we've talked about, tugs a chord in your heart, contact us. Just go to www.girlchildnetworkworldwide.org. And once you visit our website, you'll knock yourself out. You'll be glad you did. And I'm sure you'll want to do something. So I say, arise, stand up, speak out, and bring about a better quality of life for all. Thank you.